Have you ever pondered about the Hollywood representation of J. Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb? A question that might seem simple, yet its answer is as complex as the man himself. J. Robert Oppenheimer, an enigmatic figure of the 20th century, a man of science who played a pivotal role in one of the most transformative periods in human history, the development of the atomic bomb. His character, a blend of intellect, passion and torment, presents an intriguing challenge for filmmakers. How do you portray a man who is both a genius and a tragic figure, a hero and a villain in the same breath? Hollywood, with its penchant for larger-than-life characters and dramatic storytelling, has taken up this challenge numerous times. Over the years, filmmakers have tried to capture the essence of Oppenheimer, to explore his multifaceted personality and his profound impact on the world. The journey of Oppenheimer in Hollywood is not just about the man, but also about the time he lived in, the decisions he made and the consequences that followed. It's about the atomic age, the Cold War, and the moral dilemmas faced by those who hold the power to change the world. In this video, we will delve into this journey, exploring the various portrayals of Oppenheimer in Hollywood. From his depiction as a driven scientist in Fat Man and Little Boy, to the conflicted character in the miniseries Oppenheimer, and the more recent portrayal in Manhattan, we will dissect the cinematic representations of this enigmatic figure. Each interpretation brings out a different facet of Oppenheimer, reflecting the evolving understanding of his character and the changing societal attitudes towards the atomic age and its architects. As we embark on this exploration, remember that the character of Oppenheimer, much like the atomic age itself, is complex and multi-layered. It's a journey through history, science, morality and cinema, all intertwined in the enigmatic figure of J. Robert Oppenheimer. So let's delve into the cinematic world of Oppenheimer, shall we? Our journey commences with Fat Man and Little Boy, released in 1989. This motion picture, named after the two nuclear bombs dropped on Japan during World War II, centers around the Manhattan Project, a clandestine research and development project by the United States, the United Kingdom and Canada that produced the first atomic bombs. The film features J. Robert Oppenheimer, played by Dwight Schultz, as one of its principal characters. Oppenheimer, often referred to as the father of the atomic bomb, is depicted as a complex figure torn between his intellectual fascination with the science behind the bomb and the moral implications of the weapon he helps to create. The plot of Fat Man and Little Boy unfolds against the backdrop of the Los Alamos laboratory, where scientists and military personnel race against time to build the world's first atomic bomb. Oppenheimer is portrayed as a man caught in the middle, a scientist driven by curiosity and the desire for discovery, yet also a humanist, deeply troubled by the potential devastation that his creation could wreak. The film delves into Oppenheimer's moral dilemmas, revealing a man grappling with the weight of his decisions. He's shown wrestling with his conscience, torn between his duty as a scientist and his responsibility as a citizen. In one scene, he's depicted staring at a simple equation on a blackboard, a poignant symbol of the profound consequences that can result from pure scientific research. As for the historical accuracy of Fat Man and Little Boy, it must be said that the film takes some liberties with the facts for the sake of drama. While it captures the essence of Oppenheimer's character and the ethical dilemmas he faced, some events and interactions are dramatized or fictionalized. Nevertheless, Fat Man and Little Boy presents a compelling portrayal of Oppenheimer and the Manhattan Project. It humanizes the people behind the bomb, offering a glimpse into the minds of those who changed the course of history. Despite the mixed reviews, Fat Man and Little Boy provided a compelling visualization of Oppenheimer's inner struggles. It's a film that invites us to reflect on the complex relationship between science, ethics, and the human condition. Next, we turn our attention to the miniseries Oppenheimer, released in 1980. This 7-part series took a deep dive into the life of J. Robert Oppenheimer, the physicist known as the father of the atomic bomb. The series was a courageous attempt to capture not just the professional accomplishments of Oppenheimer, but also the complexities of his personal life. The plot moves deftly between Oppenheimer's work on the Manhattan Project and his personal life, allowing us to understand the man behind the science. We see a portrait of a man torn between his duty to his country and his moral and ethical qualms about the weapon he was helping to create. This portrayal helps us understand that Oppenheimer was not just a scientist, but a man grappling with the implications of his work. The series also delves into Oppenheimer's relationships, particularly his tumultuous marriage to Catherine Poening, a radical who had affiliations with the Communist Party. This aspect of the series paints a vivid picture of the political tension that Oppenheimer found himself amidst, which ultimately led to his blacklisting during the McCarthy era. The performance of Sam Waterston as Oppenheimer is noteworthy. Waterston brings a depth and humanity to the character that is compelling and engaging. He portrays Oppenheimer as a man of great intellect, but also one of profound internal conflict. This nuanced performance was met with critical acclaim, and it continues to be regarded as a standout portrayal of Oppenheimer. Critics also praised the series for its thoughtful exploration of the moral issues surrounding the creation of the atomic bomb. It doesn't shy away from the darker aspects of this history, which adds a layer of gravity and authenticity to the narrative. In conclusion, the miniseries Oppenheimer goes beyond the scientific achievements and delves into the personal and political life of J. Robert Oppenheimer. It provides a more rounded portrayal of the man, showing us the human being behind the formidable father of the atomic bomb. The miniseries Oppenheimer offered a more comprehensive and intimate depiction of the man behind the bomb. Our journey concludes with the recent TV series Manhattan, aired from 2014 to 2015. Set against the backdrop of the race to build the world's first atomic bomb in Los Alamos, New Mexico, Manhattan paints a chilling picture of the life and times of J. Robert Oppenheimer. The series delves into the inner workings of the secretive Manhattan Project, with Oppenheimer at the helm. His character, although not the central focus, plays a pivotal role in the narrative. He's depicted as a complex figure, a man of science navigating the murky waters of military bureaucracy, personal dilemmas, and the moral implications of his work. Oppenheimer's character is intricately woven into the fabric of the story, revealing his relationships both on a professional and personal level. His interactions with fellow scientists and military officials give a glimpse into the power dynamics and tensions that simmered beneath the surface of the Manhattan Project. On a more personal level, we see a man grappling with the weight of his decisions, the strain on his family, and the burden of secrecy. The creators of Manhattan took great pains to ensure historical accuracy. While some characters and events are fictionalized for dramatic effect, the portrayal of Oppenheimer stays mostly true to historical accounts. His character embodies the paradox that was the Manhattan Project, a beacon of scientific progress shrouded in the shadows of war and destruction. Yet, the series also shines a light on the human side of Oppenheimer, often overlooked in other depictions. We see a man not just the father of the atomic bomb. We see his doubts, his fears, his hopes, and his regrets. We see a man who is as much a victim of his creation as he is its creator. Manhattan presents us with a more modern and nuanced portrayal of Oppenheimer, showcasing the human side of the father of the atomic bomb. It serves as a stark reminder of the monumental impact of his work and the enduring legacy of his life. As we have journeyed through these cinematic representations of Oppenheimer, several themes have emerged. Our exploration has spanned 3 decades of filmmaking, starting with the film Fat Man and Little Boy in 1989, through the miniseries Oppenheimer in 1980, and up to the recent depiction in the series Manhattan from 2014 to 2015. The portrayal of Oppenheimer's character has evolved over time, reflecting the changing societal views and understanding of this complex figure. In Fat Man and Little Boy, he was depicted as a driven yet conflicted scientist, torn between his duty to his country and his moral obligations. The 1980 miniseries Oppenheimer gave us a more nuanced portrait, focusing on his personal dilemmas and political maneuvers during the Manhattan Project. More recently, in Manhattan, Oppenheimer was presented as a mysterious and elusive figure, embodying the moral ambiguities of the atomic age. In terms of historical accuracy, each representation has its strengths and weaknesses. While Fat Man and Little Boy and Oppenheimer have been praised for their meticulous attention to detail, critics have pointed out that they sometimes sacrifice narrative coherence for the sake of historical fidelity. On the other hand, Manhattan has been lauded for its gripping plot and rich characterization, even though it takes more creative liberties with the historical facts. The public and critical reception of these films and series has also been varied. Fat Man and Little Boy received mixed reviews, with some praising its performances and others criticizing its lack of depth. Oppenheimer, despite being a miniseries, was acclaimed for its in-depth exploration of Oppenheimer's life and the ethical dilemmas of the atomic age. Manhattan, meanwhile, has been celebrated for its engaging storytelling and compelling characters, even as it sparked debates about its historical accuracy. Despite the varying depictions, one thing is clear. J. Robert Oppenheimer continues to fascinate us both as a historical figure and a Hollywood character.